You ready?
Yeah, get it to start.
Go ahead.
Let me see.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh, it's a levitating bulldozer. Oh, today's gonna be a good day, boys. I thought this was trash. Little did I know it's all the leftover parts and pieces inside this bulldozer. This doesn't look good. Not looking good. I can't wait till my boss explains this to me. Bob, what did you buy?
A boat anchor.
Dang straight you did. It's even got a half a sandbag back here.
All right, welcome back to CNC Equipment's YouTube channel. You guys can see we have a big old green mess going on here. This is a 1990s John Deere 450G long track. Come from the military. It does have a winch and everything on it. The exciting thing about this, it only has 300 and some hours on it according to the dash, which I believe that's true. You're looking at the undercarriage and stuff like that. Problem with this 300-hour dozer is somebody else has had their hands on it for whatever reason. It come in as a basket case. You guys seen a picture of those gears on the trailer laying here under the table now. Those are the transmission pinion shafts they pulled out of the final drives, probably to make it roll. So that's telling me that this machine is probably dead. The other gear that really concerns me, it was laying with the rest of them, looks to be like injection pump gear. That one's pretty important. Another weird thing is we have 3 pinion shafts. This machine only takes 2, so apparently there's another one of these that's broke down somewhere. Me and Kevin's kind of looking at this yesterday. This whole nose and stuff has been apart, probably because they put a motor in it, but they did not put it back in right. The bolts are loose. It's kind of laying forward. You guys see that big gap there? It shouldn't be there. It's missing the starter. Have we checked any fluids on it yet, Kevin? No. Check some antifreeze and oil here in it. The other problems I see, this alternator just flopping around. The motor does turn over. We do know that.
I don't see anything there.
Let's see if it's got any oil in it. This looks like another alternator bracket. So another concerning thing, it comes with a box of bolts. I found the broken exhaust manifold stud that we're missing.
Oh.
So that means that somebody was probably trying to take it off. We have a big old army truck hood on here for some reason. I'm assuming that might be from there. I don't know. So this is a reman engine. It's not the original engine to this thing. Who knows why it's in there or what it's doing. How's that looking? I don't think so. That's what you do your dipstick when you hate it. Does it have oil in it?
It does have oil.
So here's the injection pump. You can tell I've had some black silicone on there. They put the original hoses on there. So I don't know. We're going to be playing inspector here, seeing what's going on, what they did. Got to make sure that everything's in here. That injection pump gear really worries me. Hopefully that's from something else. Like this stuff is loose, shouldn't be. It's going to be a good one. Does it have fuel in it?
That's all the sweet gas kept.
They put some tape on it. I can't get that loose. I need a man.
Oh, we'll go find one over there.
We got a dash handle laying here. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, folks. For sure. We're gonna keep going over it. We got an ether line. It's missing, so I just decided to put a bolt in it. Hope you guys can see that. It's kind of interesting. And there's a lot of issues going on. So I do have a new starter here for it. We keep those in stock. I guess that we'll put it on there and see what happens. Another bad thing is it come in, the exhaust pipe wasn't covered up when Dad picked it up. You guys seen him hauling it in. He did tape that up. We have no idea how long that was sitting open, so could have rainwater and stuff it's got in there. So I don't know. My guess is somebody took it apart, did something, either throwed it back together, they didn't know what was going on, or it was somebody in the military, army, or some civilian or something. So like I say, it did come directly from the government, so who knows what they done. Well, we're gonna figure it out here. What did you find?
The starter.
The starter's right there.
It's right here.
Oh, we're not looking. What else you got back here?
Some boomers and
Side shield?
some sweet teas. Probably the oil pan that used to go underneath this engine.
Looks like a roller shell. Solar charger. Well, this starter looks pretty nice, Kevin. That's concerning.
Yeah.
Maybe we should test it first and
John Deere reman.
maybe it's bad. Maybe that's what happened to it. We couldn't get so lucky. Oh boy. Hey, bub.
Yeah.
Just in case you lose your dipstick,
Oh, now you
there's
got a spare.
there's another one.
Well, maybe after they mangled that one, they decided they should get another one.
Oh boy. I don't like this being loose here either.
Don't worry. We'll get it. Oh, them ain't even open yet. You want some?
I dare you.
What's the year?
Do it. Do it.
Oh, it ain't even that old. Come on. It's okay. It's too crunchy.
You just ate cereal out of the back of a dozer. It's been sitting for years. Just waiting for the stomach noises to take place here in a minute.
I'm waiting for the chupacabra to come up out of here. They got a work light down there.
Yeah, it's just getting better. Well, there's the battery holding down. There you go. I got that for you.
Uh-oh. Where'd it go? We're hooked
Right
around
there.
something.
All the way around the important hose.
Yeah.
Why did we have this out? Huh. Okay. Transmission valve body appears to be complete. A ratchet strap around the winch with the sandbag on it.
Yeah. What's that about?
The winch appears to be bolted, but you know, we've seen it all.
Okay, they broke the winch. Oh. Oh. You thought you had a full mouth,
There's no chance this gun loose.
Oh, yeah. Good strap.
Mason, your play box is back here. Why did they put it? Does it keep the cable? It's not even doing anything. I don't see anything going on with it. We broke the winch cable. Welcome to our 100% certified starter test bench. Are you the man?
I'll be your host.
You ready? Oh. I'm gonna say it's man, it needs a tappy tap tap. Maybe that's why the whole dozer quit. I could throw 24 to it and get real rowdy.
I'll be over here.
You can hold it. Still not happy. Maybe this is why they parked the dozer. Take this down here.
That sounds...
Somebody's even been in that screw. Well, guess what? We got a brand new starter. That's gonna fix the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
This one's quite a bit smaller, Bubby.
Mm.
We got the gear reduction. It's gonna bolt right up. And it's gonna be happy.
12 volts.
I wrote on it even fits G series. 12 volts, it'll fit, right?
Yeah. It's gotta work.
We'll put that in. It's gonna fire right up, folks.
Okay. Okie dokie.
So I took the fuel cap off, just in case you're wondering why all the tape's on there. Might be because it's broken about 3 pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why we tape them up.
Okay.
Fixes it. Luckily I got new ones in stock. So this is a key switch. Apparently somebody didn't have a John Deere key, as you guys can tell, and it's all messed up. So I'm gonna see if I got one. If not, we probably got one out in a parts machine outside. We're gonna get some fuel for this thing. One other thing, and a battery. One other thing I'm gonna do, I've never seen this before. I've seen it on other military stuff, but we've got a primer pump way up there. It looks like this. It's something you'd see in the old 5-ton Army trucks that the guys are working on. So they're pulling fuel out of the main fuel supply, going up that pump and pressurizing it, sending it into the intake. I'm assuming there might be a little nozzle in there. They're spraying it through the ether aid nozzle probably, but these lines are all cracked up and stuff, and I can see that leaking. There's no reason to have one of these on these motors. They start up very well. Anyway, it's something the Army spec, so when we come back, I'm gonna take it off and cap that, because that could be a source of us losing prime on our fuel system. I mean, that could have been the whole problem all along, who knows? So just gonna eliminate that. Let's go find a key switch and some fuel. So I got 3 of these bulldozers out here. That one's got a little toasty over there. This one's missing a key switch. I got one more over there, it's missing a key switch. So we're not doing good in that department. They've already been robbed. Let's see if I got one somewhere else. If not, we'll come up with a plan and make it start here. I got this one to turn with a screwdriver, so it's not quite right, but it should work. All right, we're gonna leave that out for a little bit. That is direct in the intake, but we need to shoot a little ether in there, we can. Fuel filter's full. I just pulled the bleeder screw out. There's a little tickler on here. It's full of fuel, so that's a good sign, maybe. I think Mr. Kevin's grabbing the battery. We'll get it in there, then see what happens. All right, so we got open holes in the transmission and final drives. We're not worried about that. We're just gonna see if it like fires up, then probably shut it off, right?
Yeah.
I see you have the magical snap-on key.
I do.
I've got the Cosby sauce hole right here. If we need it, we can idle over there. Or I'll go over there.
Maybe I should go up here.
Go up about a quarter. Yeah. You hang out up there. So this alternator's not on here right and a lot of stuff, but I'm just trying to see if it starts. That's right. What do you think?
I think this is going to work out well.
See what happens. Sometimes you gotta be a little aggressive with the key switch here, I'm just telling you. Anything light up? She don't sound good. Like
It's funny. I don't think I've ever heard of something like that.
like it's got a gallop and grinding in it. Oh, you guys probably can't hear that. Can I see smoke coming out though?
Yeah?
Try it a little more.
Okay.
It don't sound like no John Deere 4045 I've heard. Sounds like she's polishing her metals together. What are you smiling for?
Just appreciate that sound.
Well, you know what the right thing to do is, don't you? You ready?
Yeah, get it to start.
Go ahead. I've shot so much stuff in there, it should have started by now.
It just needs more throttle.
Yeah, that's what it is. Go ahead and try it again. I mean, it won't even ether lock.
You think I just got the...
No, don't worry about that. That's optional. Should we take the oil filter off and see what's inside it?
It'd be oil.
Why is it grinding like that?
It's making room.
It is smoking from an injection pump. I tried a couple more times. I mean, I've like flooded this thing like it should have locked up, but it didn't. Hang on a second. You know what? I bet there's a little tiny, there's an orifice in this hole. I'm not getting anything in there. Yeah, she was restricted, bud. Okay. Let me get this out. There's that little ether aid nozzle. Now we've got full bore. You ready?
Ready for a sand.
Go ahead. She's not happy. She is not happy. It should have locked up and everything else.
Maybe we should just leave it right here and sell it.
I do need to go somewhere. It'd be a good time to go right now, wouldn't it? Oh my. So we've got bigger problems. So we could be, the valves could be out of whack, or it could be all kinds of things. Let's try it a couple more times, just for good measure.
Just to say we tried.
Right. It's not good. These little motors never require ether, even down to like cold temperatures. So we either got some timing off and valves are hung open, or it's just, it doesn't sound good in there to me. This is a good time for me to leave right now.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do next, we'll pull the hood and everything off, probably pull the valve cover off and have a peek under there. And yeah, this is not looking good. Not at all. She sounds tight and firm and
Firm is a good term for this.
all right, we'll be back.
Okay, boys, one last thing here before we get done for today is Mr. Chitwood asked me to get this top off so we can do a reveal party tomorrow to see if this thing is actually going to run or not. But Papa Randy and I found something that was kind of interesting. Not only did we find the typical, we're going to put things on with only one bolt, but the super sweet alternator like you've seen before. I think you can clearly see how nice and straight it is. But the pulley is hotter than a firecracker right now from when we put the battery in this morning. So, yeah, for fear of not being here in the morning, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery and call that probably welded together. And we're just going to play it safe today. So we'll get this air cleaner off and get it ready for tomorrow morning. Alright, we had to come back to live TV mode because I was just so impressed with this. Not only was this bracket so awesome, you know, it was a bracket to another bracket, but this bracket is loose, but this is the one that really made the day. As I was taking this off, I came to the realization that you don't have to worry about it because, see, it just comes off automatically. It just gets sweeter and sweeter. I think we're in for a real treat tomorrow. All right, back to time lapse. Okay, Mr. Chitwood's gonna be so proud of me. I got all my bolts out, got everything. I just gotta figure out the line, the slobber tube, I think is what it is. Oh, she just goes right there. Oh, hey, look, it's even loose. Thanks, I appreciate that. That works well. I didn't want to have to get out my power tools. I did want to show you my super sweet power tool I was using. Using my gold, my Pittsburgh, not Snap-on, I almost said Snap-on, on my Snap-on ratchet, as well as my 3/8 Snap-on with my super sweet Pittsburgh 14, just to make Big Daddy proud. Okay, back till tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
All right, Mr. Kevin, guys, got all this stuff off, popped the valve cover off here. Notice there's a tremendous amount of play in the valves, way too much. Right, so we went ahead and yanked the oil filter off before we went any further, and all is not good over here. Got her all folded open. It has a metal, paint, dirt, copper. I mean, there's everything in there. You guys can kind of see it glisten. See all that stuff in there? So another thing I noticed too, there's a lot of diesel fuel in the oil. For some reason, which probably come from the injection pump. They probably messed the seals up on that, but you can look at that right there. That's gritty metal. Big chunk of metal there. Not good. So there's no sense of even trying to mess with getting that motor going. Any of that stuff, we're just gonna yank it out and probably blow it apart and see what they've done or tore up. Like I say, this was a new reman engine. It couldn't have been run very long, but they could have destroyed it if it's got a bunch of diesel fuel in there or didn't get it in time right. Who knows? So they've got this nose, it's not even put on there right, it's still loose. Bolts are cross-threaded. I guess we'll go ahead and get it off and probably yank her out and see what's going on. Alright, got the front nose off, radiator out, all the bolts are loose, these hoses are loose. They never tighten anything up. To be expected, I guess, so. Only got 2 bolts in the fan, that's probably right. We'll get it out of the way, and then go back here in the floorboard, and we'll probably pull the torque converter and everything out in one whack, I'd say. We got a bunch of lines to take off there next. All right, down here in the torque converter territory, got all the lines off the torque converter. I'm just gonna leave the hydraulic pump dangling back here, hopefully. They only had 1 bolt in it, can you believe that? Well, hopefully that'll slide off. So yeah, what we got left is 2 big mount bolts there, and this thing should come out of here.
Is this gonna lift right on?
All right, I think we got everything loose here. We're gonna go ahead and try to get this motor out of here. You ready?
Yep.
Back up, take her back in that way. Back up over that way, there you go. Go up a little bit. Go up. Oh. I need to back up over this way. There you go, whoa. Whoa. Back straight up. And go up a little bit. waved it down. All right, it's good. Just stop right there. All right, I took this thing out to see Randy. Got her sprayed off. It's looking a lot better. Man, you just showed up at the perfect time when all the fun stuff's taking place, you know what?
Sometimes I do that.
I know she didn't help me take the motor out.
No, I didn't.
He was over busy on a army truck. We're gonna take the torque converter off just to get rid of some of this weight. Did drill 3 holes into our super custom Caterpillar adapter plate and made it fit, huh? Mm-hmm. So, how about we get some oil draining out of this? And that'd be smart first.
Okay.
And then we'll get this buzzed off. And I think we probably should take the oil pan off that way maybe and see what's in there, so before we flip it over. I know it's gonna be full of diesel fuel.
Remember that one time it was nothing but water?
Yeah, and you laughed your ass off and I lost the audio on the video.
Oh, it was awesome. It just looked like Dasani water straight out the bottle.
Oh, a couple drips of water. There's some green antifreeze in there. Did you see that? Or was that from in there?
I don't know.
You had antifreeze in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's definitely got diesel in it.
Is that 0 weight?
No, it's full of diesel fuel.
Thought maybe it was one of them synthetic builds.
Well, there wasn't no big chunks coming out. What's on the, is that magnetic or not? No.
No.
All right. She's got the diesel in her.
Come on with it. How about now?
Just a little diesel-y, fuel-y.
Well, she's just thin.
All right.
She's well lubricated though.
She is. Diesel and oil is fine, right? So you know what the good thing is?
What's that?
It's missing some bolts out of this torque converter. So off camera, I did take the flex plate bolts out that connect the torque converter to the flywheel. So I got those out through this little square hole already.
Did you tell them what else I found?
What's that?
The alternator I took off yesterday. The reason why it's getting hot is because someone welded the front nut to the hub and to the shaft.
Welded it?
Yeah, I don't recommend doing any welding to charging systems. That's usually not a very good idea.
Are we taking bets on what the inside of this motor looks like?
Well, if it looks anything like this front cover, it's going to be pretty
I'll
sweet.
show you guys this. So, you know, I showed you that timing gear too. They've been in this whole front cover assembly. But we're trying to figure out where the metal come from. I'm just hoping the block and crank and stuff's good, so. Look at you laughing.
I just want the basics thing. All I want is a good block. Something to build a foundation off of.
We won't worry about that bolt. It's not in there.
That's not correct, is it?
No, I don't think. It's a scratch from the sticker.
I see it in the thing now.
Probably one of those painter guys that got carried away with the little knife. Yeah, there's 2 bolts missing on this torque converter. All the bolts that we've taken out of this thing so far have just been like finger tight. It's ridiculous. Just like that one.
Can't let those things get to you. They're making your job easier now, right?
Now let me get this one for you.
Okay.
There you go. We'll leave one in the top. We'll take 2 more out there. Oh boy. You're trying to say my oil pan bolts aren't tight?
Well, some.
Maybe it's all that snap-on power.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Look at that there, boys. Oh yeah.
sure I didn't rebuild this?
So we got the wrong bolts. That's not the right bolt. Don't even look like it's tight. Wrong bolt in there. So this is loose when he's turning the motor over.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, it was pretty tight.
You're giving Snap way too much credit on this one.
So we're taking the oil pan off this way. So if there is a crap in that pan, if we flip it over, it's all gonna fall down the motor. I'm being really optimistic here.
Yeah, I'll just try it with my fingers first. Oh, that one was tight.
Yeah?
Got 2 more.
2 more. I'm pretty sure it won't fall with all the silicone on there.
But if it does, I'll have this side.
That's what I thought.
Let me see.
Oh boy. That's all the closer I'm getting to that, boys. And I'm gonna do this to you, peoples. It's gonna be part 2. To be continued. That is a mess. Oh gosh. All right.
Go, 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 B55.
Do we got a gold mine in there? Copper mine? If you guys want to see what the bottom of that pan looks like, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Kevin, so I shouldn't be.
Is this what it was called, like a sleuth or something? Where you
No.
set up in the creek and get all going there?
No. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video coming out on this thing. You're gonna see what kind of mess I got. You're just over just a smiling and a giggling, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, she's nice.
All right, guys. Drop your comments below what you think the carnage is inside. I'm gonna give you a hint. There's a lot of metal and copper in there, so somebody's took something apart in this front timing cover and didn't put something together right, didn't time something right, I bet you. Who knows? Yeah, if you guys want to find out what that is, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. We appreciate everybody watching, and we will catch you on the next one.
I got 2 mat on there.
I'll put these on by myself before.
Back in the day, if you tell me the story. A little more bricks than that.
Oh! Oh! Oh!